Booster Dragons! Unique dragons come alive! Comment, like, subscribe!
Hey everyone, today I'm making a dragon, but I have to wear oven mitts the entire time. This means I cannot take them off at all during the entire process of making this dragon. This may seem easy to you, but it's really not. Now I'll put my oven mitts on and start the dragon. First, I'll make the base. Again, this may seem really easy to you, but, I can't even get my fingers in the scissors. Therefore, I have to come up with a different way to use these scissors. As you can see here, I'm just pushing the scissors against the table, if that makes sense. Now I'm just going to cut off this little end thing that comes on every single piece of paper that I own. Bam! Now that part of the process is done. Here I'm just going to fold the piece of paper, which did get a little annoying, but not to the point where I was raging. But I came across a problem. The tape. Here's where it got a little frustrating. I could not take the tape off of the dispenser with the oven mitts on. Since the tape didn't stick to the oven mitts, I had to use a pencil to get the tape off of the dispenser and then rip it off with the oven mitts, if that makes sense. Now, after 2 minutes of trying, I finally get the first piece of tape off of the dispenser, but it got stuck on the mitt. Anyways, after that dilemma, I now am back to folding and ripping the tape off of the dispenser successfully. Well, maybe not successfully, but, better than the first time, right? Now, that step is done. Anyways, after a little break, I am now back to making the dragon less frustrated. I'm now going to make the triangles of the base. This was horrendous. Literally. Everything was going pretty smooth for the triangles, until I got to the folding. This is the result of folding the triangle. As you can see, this was very frustrating for me, and I literally wanted to give up here. But for the sake of you guys, I kept going. Now I'll get some tape and stick the triangle to the base. This was the most frustrating thing I have ever done in my life. Anyways, I am now going to tape the triangle to the base. As you can see, I was struggling very much with this process. Between taping the triangle to the base, getting the tape off of the dispenser, and the scissors, it was just so frustrating. The tape just did not want to stick to the base, and all it wanted to do was fold over on itself. Now I'll let you watch me struggle. This frustration led to the base being super unstable. Literally, look at this base. Anyways, this is not a thumbs up, this is a thumbs down. Now, I am going to draw out the design. I really hope nothing goes wrong here. First, I'll trace the base. Not a good start. Surprisingly, I think this is the easiest part of the process. Since you don't need all of your fingers to hold a pencil, and I still had my thumb, I think this process went pretty smooth. Well, for the design, obviously. These are the colors I chose. Now you can watch me color the design. Very surprisingly, this actually wasn't that hard to cut. Compared to the other parts of this process, this actually was one of the easiest steps other than designing and drawing the dragon. But we finally have the design cut out. Now I'll just do the bottom jaw really quick. I was a little frustrated here because of how long this process has taken me. I honestly thought it was easy when I first came up with the idea, but this has just taken so long. Folding the tape over was a ginormous struggle. Taping the design on, one of the most frustrating things I have ever done in my life. At this point, there was smoke coming out of my ears, almost literally. I was right on the edge of just crumbling this all up and throwing it in the trash. But, for you guys, I completed it. Finally, after hours of frustration and work, I present to you the dragon made completely with oven mitts on. This was probably the hardest challenge I have ever done. Probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. Even harder than my ELA test. But I am very surprised with how this came out. I honestly thought it was going to be way worse. The only thing really bad about this dragon is the base. Make sure you guys are thankful for having your fingers. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and be sure to tell me what you think of the result in the comments. Subscribe.